I have a problem. Not a major problem. Actually no, it's a complete disaster, catastrophe, world-ending proportions. I have this wall next to my 3D printer and next to my Dragon Quest collection, and look, the paint has chipped. I can be sitting on my PC playing a game and then I turn around and my day is ruined. Now I could repaint it, but that requires having some real-world skills, and it's also boring. I recently-ish made a video on this Dragon Quest smartphone. It has these Dragon Quest monster silhouettes, and the Dragon Quest Switch also has these same style silhouettes. Also on the front of this Dragon Quest 2DS XL, you get the picture, it's an ongoing theme. So I thought, why fix my problems when I could just run away from them? Why fix them when I could just hide them with 3D printed Dragon Quest monster silhouettes? No one but me and you would ever know. And this blends the line between the 3D printer and the Dragon Quest collection. Sort of like a transition wall, if you will. I don't know, I just thought it might look cool, so let's find out. So here's the play. I need to convert this PNG file into something 3D printable. The best way to do this would be to open it in Photoshop, blending options, and first actually create a silhouette. So just color overlay in black. Hang on a minute. Why does it look so bad? Well, this is actually an ongoing problem which I've talked about online a few times, about the issue of the PNG quality on the various Dragon Quest wikis. Past me already solved this problem for myself. Remember that phone I mentioned? Well, it contains a rare game. You should go and check out that video to learn a bit more. Well, I already extracted all of the assets from that game and archived them. Link in the description. So this is essentially all of the monster sprites I could ever need, including the Canibox, which I just had problems with. So there we have it, a silhouette without any of the wiki roughness. Well, that's great, but PNGs don't do much good for us. I need to vectorize it and convert it to an SVG. So if I just open it in Inkscape, Path, Trace Bitmap, Apply, that's it. And I can import it straight into Fusion 360. And if I zoom out, there it is. So if I just extrude it 1mm, we have a beautiful 3D printable silhouette. So I've got it loaded up in the slicer, but as you saw at the start, I've actually already printed a couple. So truth be told, I have encountered another problem. Those two aren't the only ones I've printed. I do have one more, and that's this golem. So the plan was I would just send this to the printer and then I'd be good to go. I just slap it on the wall and then we do another one. Now the problem is in the quality of the print. The filament I'm using is quite old and brittle. I think I've had it for about a year now. And I think a combination of that and general poor printer calibration, the prints are coming out, I'm not sure if it's showing, pretty rough on the top surface. That's not going to look great covering the wall. Flip it over, the underside looks great. And again, since the topic of this video seems to be running away from your problems rather than facing them and solving them, I'll just turn it over when the print's done. So taking that into account, the new process is open the monster PNG that I archived in Photoshop, blending options, color overlay for a silhouette, open in Inkscape, trace bitmap, save as SVG, import into Fusion 360, extrude 1mm, save as STL, import STL into the slicer, and then a nice, straightforward mirroring. It'll be perfect. It will look as it's supposed to. This one's actually a little bit too big, so I'm going to shrink this down and then print it. So now this is printed and looking pretty good, I just need to put it on the wall. There is still tons of space, so now I just need to pick which monsters I want to put on there. Or I could outsource it, which is exactly what I did. I asked on Twitter, X, whatever, for help in choosing monsters for this exact purpose, and I got some good suggestions, some of which I wrote down here. There were more than that, but while writing down my wrist got tired because I'm not used to it, so I gave up. I also got a suggestion on Discord for this little beetle guy. I don't really recognise him, I don't know who that is, but hey, sure thing. So let's go down the list. Latterpunk, no problem. Slime Stack, you got it. Killing Machine, done. Ham Sandwich, done. Sabercat, That one was a bit more tricky. See, his whiskers are a little bit too thin for the 3D printer to consistently print. So I just went over and drew them to be a little bit thicker so they'd print better. But Saber Cat, done. Slime, obviously, done. Mummy, complete. Bodkin Archer, nearly forgot that one, but it is now done. Vegan Dragora, one of my favourites. Absolutely printed. There are a couple that I want to do for myself too, and Aubergine, which I'll do next. These pics are related to some personal memories that I have playing Dragon Quest X, which I will be making a video on soon, so please subscribe and keep a lookout. It's free and I'd really appreciate it, it helps out a lot. So my Aubergine didn't come out that great, it came out very stringy. Here's a little trick. If you carefully put a lighter to it, the strings will all just melt away. So, well, I burned my Aubergine. I held the lighter just a little bit too close and for a little bit too long. It is a fix for stringiness on prints. You just have to be more careful than I was. But that's not a problem, because I already printed another one and this one came out just fine, so this one will be added to the wall. I think I actually have quite a lot printed now, so we might be good to just populate it. Well, only one way to find out. I'm not convinced that we're actually going to have enough, but I'm just sticking them on the wall with these cheap glue dots. Will that lead to more paint peeling in the future? Probably. I don't think that looks too bad. So I'm now just going to stick the rest on there and we're going to see how it looks at the very end. Cue the time lapse. I ran out of the glue dots, so I can't stick any more on the wall, so I'm going to go get some more. Why the hell is the carpet so stained? Anyway, glue dots. I'm not paying that. Nope. Television shows like parks and recreation. You just ended a long-term thing, and there was just a fling. Payload secured. That was needlessly difficult. I went to about 6 stars. I'm ready to continue. I think he's looking pretty damn alright, but I think we need some more. Got some gaps here, down here, maybe one up here. But I think we're very close. Very, very close. The monster wall's finished. You know, I think it looks kind of cool. I wish I had a bit more room to put some additional monsters, because there's a bunch I would have loved to add. But I'm pretty happy with the result. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you want to see more videos of this style in the future. You know, I think it looks pretty good. Remember to like the video and subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.